Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Baldestot here on Memorial Day, doing a video entitled, "Is multi-apping a band-aid for the gig apps like Doordash, GrubHub, and UberEats?" Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Multi-apping is a good thing, right? And it is. It's a very good thing. It helps make more money for drivers, in a same amount of time that you would be single apping. But there's also another side to it, and I'm a YouTuber that likes to look at all sides of an issue, okay? Topic, issue, whatever you want to call it. There's not just good things that's, going on with any situation. There's always bad things or the negative as well. And that is what this channel tries to strive to give the viewer or listener, both sides to a story. So, let's get started. All right, first some news. I got this today at 11:04 p.m., as a text message, right? And actually, this wasn't a text message. Well, I did get a text message, but this was an email from UberEats. And I checked it, and it literally states, "You are eligible for additional earnings opportunities in," it didn't even give a location, "Get on the road now to earn extra and discover restaurants in these areas. If you choose to deliver anytime between blank and blank, you can earn an extra money for every completed delivery. You can earn up to amount extra in total," with an asterisk. I mean, you can't make this up, folks. I was laughing when I saw this. This is kind of like a blanket statement to any area with no thought or process put into, even if there are, let's say, boosts or quest bonuses in our area, which obviously apparently there aren't, I guess, because it has nothing added in. But it could be system generated, but this is just sheer laziness, folks. I mean, come on. What, motivation is there for a driver to get this email to go work the platform? You're getting literally nothing out of it. And for those of you saying that it could be a glitch, okay, but they're a tech company. I don't give DoorDash any passes on their glitches. I'm sure as hell not going to give Uber any passes either, especially since they owe drivers in my area money for literally not making good on their delivery bonus amounts and not giving it to them. So yeah, this is some funny stuff here. Next, here's an article released today about how the labor shortage is not really a shortage at all. I'm going to post the link in the description above, but it's literally stating, and this is from Business Insider, that we aren't really in a shortage. We just have to rethink how employers should be paying wages to the people that aren't wanting to go back to them in the workforce post-pandemic, okay? And they're typically restaurant, fast food workers. They're trying to use unemployment benefits as an excuse, which in reality, it's literally about the low wages to begin with. Why would a person run back to a job that they're not really happy with in the first place? So they might be looking for something more than fast food and restaurants. There are other jobs out there, and this was the perfect opportunity to address it. So if you are interested in that article, click the link and read it yourself. Now for the podcast topic, okay? Is multi-apping a band-aid for the real problem in the gig economy for DoorDash, GrubHub, and UberEats? First of all, we do it, okay? We multi-app. It's not hidden. I say it quite often. So I'm not going to be some hypocrite telling people to not do it, because I do it. My wife and I both do it, okay? The issue, though, is this. A conversation has to begin about this particular topic because we all have to discuss why we multi-app? The obvious reason is simple, right? To make more money in the same period of time while taking an order to make a higher hourly pay per hour. That's it. We don't do it for the companies, we do it for us, the drivers. However, that's just the obvious reason. There are downsides to multi-apping too. Number one is the increased stress it puts on drivers using different apps. You have to take a hard line approach and decline even good offers because of either time constraints like deliver by times for each order, or the offers are not going in a similar area. Okay? That's the number one bad thing about multi-apping. You can't just simply just say, oh, okay, I'm getting an order for Doordash and accept it, and then a GrubHub or UberEats order comes in, let's say, and you see a high dollar amount on that one, but it's going in the completely opposite direction. Okay? Then you have a decision call. Is it worth the risk of accepting that order or not? Now, the experienced multi-appers will already know that, yeah, that's just not going to happen. Okay? But the new multi-appers have to realize that just because it's a high dollar offer on the second offer, you must take it. Okay? You don't have to take it. You can reject the high offers too. Now, there's a third option. You could unassign the first one, but then that takes a hit on your completion rate. Now, some experienced multi-appers will do that route, right? But if you do enough of them, you're in risk of deactivation, especially on DoorDash. Once you hit near that 80% completion rate, you might be wondering if you should continue to multi-app because it's a huge risk. If you fall below at 80%, guess what? You will be deactivated. So there's more to it than just simply taking multiple orders on multiple platforms, okay, at the same time. So another reason is that the cause for deactivation because it violates their terms of service due to longer delivery times if the additional order is the last order. The real reason, though, that most people don't know of is because each app wants to be the only app a driver delivers. Because that app wants a driver to make more deliveries for them so they can get more service fees per the orders delivered. Okay? Orders delivered equals higher acceptance rates in their minds. When we multi-app, that means higher rejections, which equals longer customer wait times and potential loss of service fees for those apps. Okay? That's the real reason. I mean, they want their customers to be happy, of course, getting their orders quicker, but the real reason is the loss of the service fees when you multi-app. Because you can constantly decline. It's like cherry picking on steroids, but based across multiple apps. So, it still doesn't answer the underlying question of why we multi-app, though, okay? The answer is simple and obvious. Because the gig app industry as a whole doesn't pay a driver a good enough wage without customer tips being part of the pay. Customer tips are literally subsidizing our wages, thus the need for rejections and cherry picking. But even cherry picking in slow times is not enough to pay our expenses. So multi-apping becomes even more important right now during the summer slowdown. Here's a simple question for everyone. If a single app allowed a driver to make over $20 to $30 per hour with the condition that there would not be excessive mileages involved, excessive meaning that it's over 6 total miles one way, all right? That's for this example. Do you feel that multi-apping would be necessary? A better question is, would you feel forced to multi-app? I think the majority would say no. Now, there are those hustler type drivers that would multi-app regardless. And I get that, okay? Because they want to make more money for additional income for their extracurricular purchases. But the majority, like myself and my wife, simply want to use the income we make for necessary expenses like rent or mortgage, utilities, car payment, and food. You know, the survival things, okay? Most drivers don't want to add stress to their lives multi-apping with the fear of negative ratings, because if you're later than you should be, and it happens often because you can't predict a restaurant's wait time, you can't predict traffic because there could be unexpected traffic, you know, in at times where there shouldn't be, right? You can't predict the first delivery not having problems, such as can't find them, no gate code or door code for apartment buildings or housing communities, incorrect information, can't find the customer's location. That adds time to the first delivery scenario. And you are stressing out over the second delivery because they have a time that they must get that order by, okay? These are the things that has multi-apping in the negative aspect. Because if that second order has any issues, it's going to be because of the first order having the issues, normally. And if the second order also has the first order issues, that second order will be late. So, back to it. They just want to earn a living, okay? Drivers do. And that means a fair wage, so we wouldn't be forced to multi-app in order to make ends meet. If it all comes back to the, it all just comes back to the gig apps, okay? Not an if, it is coming back to the gig apps. Doordash, for instance, has the highest order volumes, but the lowest overall offer pay. Couple that with hiding tips or a portion of the tips, then that means a driver has to resort to gambling on taking lower pay offers unless a third-party app is used to show the full amount, which then in turn means a driver is at risk of deactivation for using that third-party app. This shouldn't be happening, people. It really shouldn't be. All drivers want is a fair order offer for the mileage involved based on their cost of living in the areas they drive in. Too bad these gig apps don't understand or simply care about that. That's pretty much it for this topic. We shouldn't, in slow times, or even in good times, be forced to multi-app. And I know as independent contractors, we aren't forced to do anything. But by getting lower paying offers with higher distances, that literally is the definition of being forced. Because sure, we can decline those offers, but then we get no money. Every time you reject an offer means there's less time for you to actually work. Unless you want to, instead of working 5 hours like we typically work, you want to work 6 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours to make the same amount of money, right? The more hours, the better chance that you can hit your goal or whatever amount you want to make is, right? Thus being quote-unquote forced to make difficult decisions such as multi-apping. And if you multi-app, you have to know there are negative consequences to doing so, as we just discussed before. So, what do you all think? Leave a like and a comment below. It really helps out the channel. I make these videos to make people think, not just on the good, but the bad as well, okay? If you aren't a subscriber, consider becoming one so I can continue to give out money to subscribers. So far, I've given out over $150 in 8 weeks and counting, okay? If you don't know how to become a public subscriber, click on the video link below, okay? The one on the left, bottom left corner shows you how to become one, all right? So pretty much that's it. Hopefully everyone's kind of learned a little bit about multi-apping, not just in the videos you see out there. Oh, I can make $200, $300 a day multi-apping. Yeah, we can too. But at least now, if you've stayed till the end of this video, you all know that there are downsides to multi-apping as well. So take care, folks. Have a great Memorial Day, and enjoy your time off if you are having that time off, and we'll talk to you later. Oh, and lastly, there is going to be a $10 giveaway tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for being a public subscriber. So watch out for that video tonight. Take care all, and have a great day.